So you want to move abroad, but you need to find remote work first. LinkedIn is a good option if you want to position yourself correctly, particularly for a global audience. I left the US almost 6 years ago, and before I left, I did not have a LinkedIn page. I wasn't even interested in getting one. Now, what I end up learning is that LinkedIn is one of those tools that's necessary if you are working outside of the US. It is basically the tool. And so it's important to have some type of LinkedIn presence. So I had to build that after I moved because I was completely terrified of being dependent on the US dollar when the US dollar was dropping. Hey there, I'm Cinnamon. If you haven't met me before, I'm a US immigrant who resides in Europe for the past 6 years. In the next couple of minutes, I'm going to talk to you about how to position your profile so you can attract more of a global audience. It's some of the things that I had to do and I had to learn in order to get customers. We're going to talk about what type of content to create and the outreach strategy that gets results. This is not about going viral. This is about being findable and credible to the right people. So it's kind of important to look at LinkedIn like a search engine, but not like a good search engine. Just gonna be honest with you. A good search engine is something like a YouTube or a Google. It's more so keywords are going to be associated with that. Your content's going to be associated with what you do. People are able to search for you based on location and that type of thing. So companies search for their problems and their solution on LinkedIn, which is a platform that based on that, you really want to be there. Like if companies are looking for someone to solve a problem and they come on LinkedIn, you want to show up. Versus if someone's on social media, it's going to be really hard because people don't typically go to social media to get their problem solved unless it's like a consumer issue. But businesses are rarely going to social media to get their problem solved. So when they come on LinkedIn and they want their problem solved, you want to show up. And so you want to show up in searches. You want your content to prove that you know what you're talking about. A lot of people will post content on LinkedIn or they'll repost someone else's content, but they're not really showing the value of how they think, their frameworks, their successes. But if someone is wanting to have their problem solved and you have content that shows you know how to solve the problem, that is how you stand out from a lot of your other peers or people that are on LinkedIn. There's two paths you can take when you're on LinkedIn. You can do inbound, optimize your profile so that you have the right keywords associated with you so that you can be found. And then the other approach is outbound, where you go after your potential customer, people that would be interested, the positions that would be interested. Your goal is you want to make it obvious. You want to make it super, 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 super obvious. What is the problem that you solve? You just putting your position is not going to be enough because even if you say like, I'm a program manager, you can be a program manager in construction, you can be a program manager in the government, you can be a program manager everywhere. Your position does not tell people how and what problems you solve. You want to be able to state that, and you also want to say for who you were solving the problem for. What I did when I moved, I already had clients before I left the US, so that is something that I would encourage if you haven't already left. But if you already left, it's not too late. We still can do some things. Okay, so first let's talk about the profile and what the profile should entail. You should have 5 critical sections. You're going to have your headline, the about section, your experience, your skills, and if you wanted to do any types of features. For your headline, you're going to want to make sure that you make it pretty clear. Please don't just put your profession and that you're open to working. You want to say, again, who you help, what do you do, how do you do it? Those types of things are interesting. So we have email marketing strategists for SaaS companies, not just for any company, for a company who will literally software as a service. That is who we do email marketing for. Now, if you're saying you do email marketing for SaaS companies, you're going to want to have some proof. You're going to want to have some posts that show what you've done, have you done it, what are your typical open rates, and how do you achieve that? Sell yourself. You are the product. So make clear that you are a good product a company would be interested in working with. Now, again, the formula, you can say your specialty for whatever the audience is, and the result for your about section, you want to make it very clear what problem you solve. Again, so that's going to look like something like B2B companies, business to business, SaaS companies struggle to convert trial users. Often a lot of software service companies, they'll get people on a free trial, but once the free trial is over, they leave. Why is that? You solve that. Paragraph 2, how do you solve it? I design email sequences that increase conversion, nurturing the customer long enough and well enough that they stay. And then, of course, in paragraph 3, you can solicit the proof that you have. I work with over 20 plus companies, generated 2 million plus revenue. And of course, in paragraph 3, you can talk about your call to action. So for your experience, you want to talk about results you've made, not tasks you have done. Okay, so what does that look like? You don't want to write anything like, I manage social media accounts. That's just the task. Responsible for content calendar. That's just a task. What are the results from what you've done? You've increased LinkedIn engagement by 200%. That's something that's measurable. You can say you increase impressions from over 300% to B2B tech clients. Whatever it is, that is measurable. You generated 50 plus qualified leads a month through profile optimization. What is the result of what you've done? Lead with numbers. Show outcomes, not responsibilities. Now, your feature section is where you can also add your proof or any articles or content that you read that actually proves that you know what you do. I like to do this with posts, but you can very well do it in your feature section. If someone took a glance at you for the first time and you wanted them to get a first impression, what is the content or the information that you would want them to see? That can very well go in your feature section. So you can put case studies, you can put portfolio pieces, you can even do your services. If you are self-employed or you're freelancing and you have various services, you can also put this in the feature section. It's a great place to be so people can see it immediately. Any articles you've written, any videos or testimonials that demonstrate your expertise. Content is super important, okay? This, what you're looking at right now, this is a video, this is content, right? It doesn't have to be like this video, but you can understand that the more content you put out there, it draws more people to you so they can see you. So whatever it is you're saying that you can do, you want to make sure that you have the content that can prove that. Now in LinkedIn, I like to do it in posts. Some do it in articles. I think posts are really quick and it can show that I know what I'm talking about, but it doesn't take a lot of brain power from me, right? So you want to make sure that you keep yourself visible in your network. You want to demonstrate your expertise to your employers. Even times, let's say I'm on a freelancing website or I'm interested in a contract, I send them the link to my LinkedIn because then they can vet information. They can see the posts that I've written. They can see the feature. They can see so much information about what I've done. It works like a website. And in the US, I would just use a website. But outside of the US, the LinkedIn is very important. So when you give the LinkedIn link, it's an introduction to people about what you do, how you do it, and who you do it for. If you want to be location independent and move abroad and be able to work for yourself, if everyone could do it, they would do it. There does take some work and it does take people knowing that you exist, okay? So creating content is the easiest way to do that. There is a reason why corporations spend millions and millions of dollars to have someone or a department that is creating content because it gets the traffic. So you're going to have to create the content, not just reposting someone else's content because their content is associated with them, not you. So you have to share your content. It may feel icky, but I'm telling you, this is the way to do it. Post 3 times per week. Minimum. In the format, you're going to do problem plus framework at least once a week. State the problem, give the solution, make it actionable. And I'm going to put a link to my LinkedIn so you can see what that looks like because I've been writing like that for the past almost year now. You can do case studies and you can give the results. You can share specific results, use numbers, show the progress, or you can show industry insights once a week. For your outreach strategy, first off, you want to make sure that your profile is optimized. You have at least 8 to 12 posts that are published there because what's going to happen is when you start reaching out to people or you start showing up in search, you want to have some content on your website or your internal website, LinkedIn website, that can actually give someone some insight as to who you are, what you do, what problems you solve. If you don't have any content on your LinkedIn or you just have a bunch of, random pictures and quotes or reposts from other people, it doesn't show what you can specifically do. So at least do about 8 to 12 posts that really show that you know what you're talking about before you start reaching out to people. Once you have your 8 to 12 posts, then you are ready for outreach. Now they're going to check your profile when you reach out. So it's important that you have your profile together and your content is going to show that you're serious and that you're actually skilled and that you know what you're doing. When it comes to finding the right people, you can look for titles and positions. So if you're in marketing, you may look for the head of marketing or the VP of operations. And then you want to do search based on your industry. You want to pick your location as to where you want to see clients and the size of your companies and employees that you're interested in working with. You can also use some filters. You can say people that are second or third connections. Now you can save these searches and run them weekly. Now, when you reach out, here's just an example of what you can say. Keep it short. No sales pitches when you first reach out for the first time. It looks incredibly selfish and entitled, so do not do that. Here's an example. Hi, such and such. I help blah, blah, blah with specific problems. Saw your recent post on this topic. I thought it was a solid perspective. You can add a little bit more. Do not reach out and ask them to do anything for you under your first encounter because it looks selfish. Now, if you don't hear anything, here's a follow-up message that you can send, and you can screenshot this, send 2 to 3 days after they accept. Quick question, is specific problem still a challenge for your team? I'd be happy to share the approach. It's not a sales pitch. I'm just willing to show it. So just be considerate. You are a stranger to people. They don't know you. So everyone who's on LinkedIn, who's in someone's DM, they already know that you're trying to sell me something. So don't make them feel that way about you off the break. Show that you have some value first. Now let's talk about why this particular follow-up works so well, because you ask about their problem, not about you, okay? You provide specific proof, you remove pressure, it has no sales pitch, and you make it easy for them to respond. So lead with the value that you offer. But again, they're going to come to your profile. So if your heading isn't right, you don't have any information, you don't have any content for them to understand why you're contacting them in the first place, you are wasting your time. So please build the foundation first before you go and do the outreach. And here's just an easy framework you can do for your weekly routine. On Monday, you can post content, problem plus framework, send about 5 to 7 connections. And again, guys, you can screenshot this. On Wednesday, you can post content, case studies, results, follow up with 3 to 5 connections, comment on 5 to 10 relevant posts. And on Friday, you can post content, send 5 to 7 connections requests, and follow up with responses. And you may be looking like, Cinnamon, that's a lot. Couple things. Again, I just told you that the algorithm don't care about you. Like I just told you. So you have to decide, if this was your job, you would do it. Like you would do it. This is you setting yourself up so that you can be comfortable with whatever skill that you offer. So you're marketing yourself as though you are the product. Okay. You are the product. So if another company lays you off, this is a skill you know how to do when you need to get back out there and you need to get money based on your expertise. Building this skill, trust me, I've had to reinvent myself more times than I would like to admit. You want to be able to have the muscle memory to do this skill so that if you get laid off or you want to pivot into a different industry or what have you, you know how to build the audience and the network and the information you have to so that you can make an income for yourself. So I know you're looking at this and you're like, Sin, this is a lot. Who has time? Who has time? There are corporations paying people to do it for them because they know how important it is. You just need to put you on the front end, right? You need to say, I am important enough to do this for me. And if you watch Netflix or any TV and you tell me you don't have time to do this for yourself, I'm instantly going to be like, oh, you just don't want it bad enough. And it ain't nothing I can tell you. So in summary, LinkedIn is a bad search engine optimization, but it is one. It's not as good as YouTube and it's not as good as Google, but you want to consider that. So you need to have keywords that's associated with you and your profile needs to be optimized. You want to make content that proves that you know what you're talking about and that you can deliver. You want to make strategic outreach so that you can get the conversions. Because remember, in the beginning, you're not really going to show up in search that well. So you want to make sure that you are showing up in the messaging, in the fields of people who would be interested in the type of service that you offer. Give it 4 to 8 weeks, sometimes 6 months. I'm sorry, it's the truth, to get some traction. But once you get the traction, you can't beat it. So just commit to it for at least 6 months, please. So that is basically how I used LinkedIn to sell my business, sell my services. Even if I'm selling on a different site, I still give them my LinkedIn, and that has helped people close deals. I've had people message me. I show my work. I show the work with clients. It's basically like a live portfolio that I use it for, and it's helped me secure clients. So I definitely recommend LinkedIn, particularly if you are wanting to move abroad and you need to find clients outside of America. LinkedIn is going to be your best option. I'll go ahead and put my LinkedIn profile at the bottom, and you can kind of see and reverse engineer kind of how I make posts and make them for your own industry with your spin and your twist and your expertise on it, so you can see what it looks like. Okay. Until next time.